All right, that's going and there. Well, hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I can't wait for just to review the pieces and have you talk about your work a little bit. This will be more of a casual affair. I have a slideshow all ready to go. But like I said, if you Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I can't wait for just to review the pieces and have you talk about your work a little bit. This will be more of a casual affair. I have a slideshow all ready to go. But like I said, if you thank you so much for coming tonight. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right, so let's get started. And like I said, that we're going to visit each person's piece in the show, and when it comes to your piece, feel free to read what I have for information on the slideshow. Don't feel as though you need to keep your microphone muted, so that you can just join in the conversation if you want. If you're more comfortable that way, that's perfectly fine. Also, if you'd like at the end, I can show you how the virtual gallery works if you'd like me to. So let me share my screen. All righty. The Bangor Public Library is very pleased to present your work. And this is the third of our Hope series, the Rebirth of Hope. And I think the title and the exhibit itself has come at just the right time, because we all feel like we, just burst out of our shells, almost like spring. We had several artists from the Amicus program submit for the exhibits this year, and we have a few in this exhibit too. Judy took this photograph of a cucumber flower, and she says, in hope for the future, the cucumber blossom symbolizes hope to becoming a cucumber.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Jennifer Delaney did Adirondack Gas, and it's acrylic on canvas. You can see the size. And she says she wrote a poem, and it's each lap of cresting slope slips under, scoops out, lifts again. The Adirondacks rise, fall, dissipate, pause, the past exhales. Gas, my car just a breath, billows, quivers, draws in on itself, and dives again. Linda A. is also from the Amicus program, and she painted Green Hope, which is acrylic on paper. And she said that in springtime, the green springing forth gives hope for the new season. Ilian Keys took this photograph of Mom. This is my photo of my mom a couple of years ago while we were traveling and staying with a friend. When I saw that the theme of this exhibit was hope, this photo was one of the first things to come to mind because my mother is the most optimistic person I know. Rebecca Krupke, Bluebirds Over the Cliffs. The rolling pasture of Ireland's countryside gives me hope to travel once again. And this is an oil. Alana Sky Lindsay did Homegrown. A watercolor on paper. She said, from the mud, something beautiful is born with all its thorns. And Tim A. painted Hope. An acrylic on canvas, he wrote, hope is like the trees on top of the house. They reach toward the sun, much like hope in the home of your heart. And Elizabeth, this is yours. If you would like to read this or say anything that you would like about it or how you did. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to talk to each other when your pieces come up. And there'll be time for conversation afterward too. Elizabeth?
This was Peace and Justice for All, and I still believe in the soul of this country, but I think we need to face the trauma, what's been done to certain groups of people in order for us to move forward.
Molly?
Yes, Molly's here. So this is the South Cushing Baptist Church. I live in Cushing, Maine, and I've always loved it. Winter scene, obviously, but I like it because the role that these small churches played in communities was not just about prayer and religion. It was also sort of community and a connection and, sort of simple. And I like the whole simplicity of the building. It's just, great Maine ideals.
And this is a watercolor. Laura Mace Rand photographed this scene. And it's taken beside the Kennebec River in Hollowell, Maine, and desires to give the viewer a sense of peace and quiet of the wandering river at sunrise, and to give promise of the arrival of a beautiful day ahead. It's sort of like yesterday after that cold and chilly weekend. Rena painted her butterflies, and she says that the butterflies symbolize hope. And this is, once again, acrylic on canvas. Excuse me. Karen Seitz, this is a photograph that she edited in Photoshop and titled Hope in Your Hands. This is a photograph of my daughter's hand as we planted our garden last spring. The photo has been edited to look like an oil painting. Children learn how to plant and grow things. It gives me hope for our future. Sherry Thompson, you want to join in?
Oh, sure. I was just really inspired by Amanda Gorman's poem on Inauguration Day. And one of the lines that stuck out to me was that even as we grieved, we grew. And I was doing a series on just what was happening in the world, some sketches. I'm usually a watercolor artist, so this is a sketch I did on that day, and just kind of illustrating her words.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Shannon.
Hi, yeah, this is a minimalistic painting of Eagle Lake. I live on MDI, and I feel like one of the only reasons I survived the pandemic was being able to walk around the carriage roads out here. And so I did a lot of painting, Eagle Lake and Cadillac Mountain and Witch Hole and all the places I escaped to when I needed some space from my family.
It's great. You can see the movement. Emily Whitaker took this series of photographs, watercolor. Every time I look at these, I think they're photographs and the birds actually did this. But it's a series of watercolor paintings with the birds spelling out the word love.
It's creative.
Very.
That's the end of the slideshow. Do any of you have any questions or comments for each other about your pieces? I can pull them up again one by one if you'd like me to.
You know, Kenny, I'm not familiar with what the Amicus program is. What is that?
It's a program for adults with cognitive and psychological difficulties.
And you hold it there at the library, or where is it?
Nope, they have their own building. You can look it up online, AMICUS.
Yeah.
And they usually have an exhibit in the building every year. And they've had several submissions. So there were 3 or 4 in each one of the exhibits the virtual exhibits that we've done this year. Yep.
Sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm. We also have, when we've done in-person exhibits, Citizens of Maine have also submitted work here and hung in our galleries. So there's some wonderful art programs going on out there.
Nice.
I like seeing the variety of symbols of hope, how it can be so different for each person, and you can still feel the sense of hope in each different piece. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the one of the church I thought was a photograph. That's an amazing watercolor.
I did too.
painting.
I thought it was.
Really?
Yeah, that's
It's
fabulous.
a tiny, tiny little watercolor,
Wow.
5 by 7.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's just
really
two
Yeah, I
cool.
thought that was a photograph.
Yeah, Payne's gray and paper. That's basically all it is.
Wow,
Well, thank you.
that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. It looks peaceful.
It is. Well, I gotta say, Maine in the winter is pretty peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Elizabeth, I really liked your piece and what you said about your piece. It's tricky to have those feelings, and sometimes when you share them out loud, people think you're like you don't love your country, and just feel that you feel that way because you actually do love your country.
Right.
You want
I
it.
love my country, just not
Yeah. So I
want
really,
things better.
yeah, that jived with me.
Thank you.
Let me just run through these real quickly again. This reminds me, I have my first community garden plot here in Bangor this year and have things growing. It's just so wonderful.
Well, there's hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Jennifer's shown
apologize.
here.
I don't.
Jennifer's shown.
Oh, sorry. I don't
Go
remember
ahead.
who did the photograph of their mother, but I just really loved the colors and how they're so so similar but so different, and just it's such a pink. Just the aesthetics of that photo are so beautiful. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Really is.
the 50 artists that submitted, all the pieces were so wonderful that we just decided to divide them up between the 3 exhibits. And we were just thrilled with the submissions, and it was a wonderful way to celebrate, you know, local and regional artists, and a few from a little bit farther away than the Bangor region, which is wonderful. We will be working on in-house exhibits again, and if you're interested in submitting, we will have information on our website when we get to do that. We will also have a Smithsonian traveling exhibit here in December and January based on the Holocaust. So they will be bringing that to Bangor during December and January. That's been confirmed. And would anybody like me to show you how to use the virtual exhibit?
I figured it out, so I'm good.
All right, that's great.
And I'd like to say thank you for having this opportunity for all of us. It's fun to show work. It's fun to see what other people do. It really is. It's a great thing you've done. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. And that's one of the things that I think the artists have really appreciated with each exhibit, is that you can talk to each other and see the work that you've done, and share in that. And that's wonderful. That's something that's kind of been missing.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome. All right, well, if there's nothing else and nobody has anything else to talk about or anything, thank you so much for coming tonight. Like I said, the video will be on our YouTube channel. If you want to see it, or you have any family or friends that would like to see the work that you've submitted, and please share the virtual exhibit as well.
Real quick,
Sure.
I told you, Candace, how I had just launched a clothing brand with my artwork. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts, and I have another one here just to show people really quick. Everything I have is environmentally friendly, and it's all my original artwork. So I just want to share that with everybody.
Yep. I do believe that web link, you sent me that web link, Elizabeth, and that is in the exhibit online.
Oh, great. Thank you.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Yep, she's got some really nice pieces in there.
It was nice meeting you all.
Nice meeting
It
you.
was very nice meeting you
Yeah.
all, and I can't wait to see you in person. So stop by the Bangor Public Library and say hi when you can.
I will.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.